it's Kelly. Welcome to The Skinny. Yesterday at the Weight Watchers scale, I was robbed again. I was robbed again. I lost 0.6 for a total of 59.8. So I'll do it next week, but I was robbed. I was mugged. I was mugged. But not only was she robbed, she was mugged, which is way worse.
Actually, she was mugged.
I was beat up. I mean, let's just be honest.
I feel so bad.
I got the beat down run. It's a scale. Let's be honest.
Yes.
I weighed in, and much to my surprise and disappointment, I gained 2.8. Got nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't eat McDonald's. I didn't eat pizza.
I can attest.
I got nothing. I mean, I tracked, as I normally do because I'm a tracker. And ate out a few times at places that are local that, you
But I ate there too.
Same thing.
We have the same friends.
Split meals. So I got nothing. And the only thing I was able to pinpoint that I did
analyze
different was I ate all of my weeklies, and I typically only do 10 to 15.
Yeah,
so that's the only thing
different.
I can see that was, other than maybe miscalculating a few things, but she did as well. But maybe you would have lost more if you calculated better.
But for her thing, she's like, here I am, I'm analyzing what happened. So let's assume that maybe I shouldn't eat all my weeklies, and let's go back this week and do for this week to go back and go, I learned this, let's do it this week.
And see what happens.
Less weeklies.
So I admitted all day I was disappointed.
She was.
I was.
But then she reminds herself.
I did.
All the non-scale victories sometimes can keep you going when you have a disappointment like that.
But I need to not. I mean, it would have been easy for me to go, the heck with this. I'm gonna go eat pizza. And
I'm done. I'm done with this.
It would have been so easy to do that because boy, I really felt that way for a minute. I felt
get emotional.
beat down for a second.
Yeah. But if you're having that, we're really talking about disappointments at the scale.
Yes.
When that happens,
not just even at the scale.
Not even just the scale, but if
that's
you're having
a big
hard time. But disappointment at the scale is a big one. If you have that gain, and you're like, but I was so good. I mean, I'm honestly saying I was good. I'm not, misleading myself. I'm honestly saying I did my bit. I did my part, and I'm not losing. Well, I didn't lose. I gained. What happened? I mean, sometimes your body just holds onto weight when you've had loss. But you just got to take that and go. Next week, I'll do better.
And maybe see, like what I'm going to do, which I think is a really good thing to do when you have this 1 week of just, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to doing what I normally do and using the weeklies that I normally use.
And see how that
works. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
if I lose, then I'm going to know, obviously that's how, now I'm going to know I'm not one who can eat all 35 of my weeklies and get away with it.
And also look at your day if you hit like a plateau. Maybe it's happened more than 1 week. I mean, talk to your leader. They're really helpful at helping you look through things. But
let them see, and if you're not tracking, they're going to tell you that's why.
That's why. But if you are, you can look and go, okay, I'm having maybe breads like every meal. Maybe I should only have them once or twice for a meal.
So take your trackers. So if you're a manual tracker, take your trackers to your leader and sit down and let them really work with you and kind of pinpoint maybe some suggestions that they can give you.
You had a perfect example of what she analyzed a little bit. Like she's a salter. So
that a long time. Oh well, my God, it's been about a month or so.
It's been a while.
That I just went to the no salt, and I also have
because
some
she
of
was
the
having
50% sodium.
Yeah,
and not just gaining, wasn't losing a lot.
And I said, well, I pointed it out because I will not let her salt my food. Like if she makes me food, she's not allowed to salt my food. She's like. It's disgusting. I throw food in the garbage. I'm not kidding.
So needless to say, I went to the no salt, which is an option, or the 50% less sodium salt.
Right.
I have both. And they're fine.
But it's looking at those things. Looking, am I drinking enough of my water? Yeah. Did I not drink maybe as much water this week? But if you change something, and 1 week you did it this way, but sometimes it's just that little change that will do something.
Tweak.
Sometimes
it's a little tweak.
So don't let it beat you up. And don't let it, derail you.
Yes.
Because it's not worth it. It's a week. If it continues,
then we've got a problem.
Some analyzing, some talking to your Weight Watchers leader, and some remembering your non-scale victories.
And don't be upset. I mean, like I said, Saturday I
had a moment.
I had a moment, and I had a lot of stuff going on Saturday, so we were busy. And then by today, this morning, I was fine.
She was fine. It is what it is.
Because I'm going to say, having been on this journey with her for 2 years,
when this used to happen, oh my gosh, I had to talk her off the ledge. I mean, it ruined my Saturday. I am not kidding you. She would make my life. I mean, I couldn't handle her. I could not handle her. And it was just like, I can't be with you. You're driving me nuts, because she wouldn't let it go.
I wouldn't.
So now she's so much better with some perspective and time.
Yes. So if you're early on this, just learn. Let me tell you, get the perspective early. Don't be mean.
She drove me nuts.
I was, and I got past it. And I went on and would lose the next week. But I spent a day upset and really tortured over something that. It happened and I couldn't stop it.
Yes.
And all I have to do is move on.
It will
So
happen.
learn from my mistakes.
Absolutely.
Of being tortured and being talked off the ledge. Don't do that.
Yes. There's no way it's not going to happen.
No.
Everybody is going to experience disappointment at this scale.
But
Everyone.
now we're going to talk about good stuff.
We are going to talk about good stuff.
Kelly's favorite.
Let's do my favorite of the week, and we're actually going to do a recipe
that we got at our Weight Watchers meeting.
It's yummy. So
last week? I think we got it last week.
Couple weeks ago.
Not yesterday, but last week.
Yeah. So it's mashed banana. One mashed banana. So you take one of these and you mash it. It's nice and juicy and gloppy banana.
Yep.
Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
1/3 cup. You can do a fourth.
You
We'll
can.
explain that more later. You can do a fourth, and it's a little denser and a little smaller.
And a little less points.
So we're going to do 1/3 cup of egg beater.
With your mashed banana.
Yes. Now, the Weight Watchers oatmeal, you can use the maple brown sugar or the blueberry vanilla, but
That's good too.
I like both.
I do too.
I just always prefer maple oatmeal. That's just
too.
kind of how I roll.
That's me too.
So, and that in there. Just
So
throw it
now
in.
we've got this nice kind of gloopy, and I'm
Yes.
incorporating the dry ingredient with it, so you can see how that's getting incorporated. And it's literally like you're mixing a cake, or a little bit wet cake, and thus the ability to change your egg beater size.
If you use the 1/4 a cup of egg beaters, it's a little drier, and you're going to work it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Little muffin tins I got at Kroger.
Spray that down.
Sprayed it down really good.
Now give them the points on these.
Now, if you do the 1/3 cup of egg beater,
yes,
it's going to cost you for the whole loaf. 4 points.
Yeah, because remember
0,
3,
1 point if you use the 1/3 cup egg beater.
Yes.
If you use the 1/4 cup, it's 0, and the whole loaf is then 3.
So it can be 3
Only
or 4.
real difference is that it makes it a more denser
It
loaf.
does. Now you can even change it up even more. Tell her them secret.
One of the things that we tried, I was like, let's
good.
play with this. We added
pouring that
2
in.
teaspoons, I believe it was, of mini morsels.
Yes.
And they were one point.
Yeah.
And we wanted
yummy.
it as a dessert. We thought we're going to make it instead of a
Just
breakfast food, a dessert.
Make it a dessert.
So we did the little loaf and put 5 tablespoons of the.
So here we got
there.
our nice banana bread.
Yes.
And it's very tasty.
And you bake it 350
for 25 minutes, 25 minutes.
to 25. Yes, just depending on your oven.
And here it is.
Okay. And it's so
nice
lovely.
I'm going to take it out so you can see. It's a nice
lovely
little
little loaf.
dense loaf. You can heat it.
With the morsels, we did the dessert, like I said, add the morsels, and then we took the 5 tablespoons of fat-free coop, which is 1 point. So there would be 4 and 1, and then we added a little bit, like a tablespoon squirt of the Hershey's Light, and of course after we heated it. And that's another 1 point. So that would have been a 6-point dessert.
If you want to make a dessert.
And you could share that dessert.
Yes.
You could actually share that dessert with someone else because
Sure.
it's pretty big. You
Just
cut
split
it in half and do individuals or just share it.
This is a nice little breakfast you could take to work and snack. You can even snack on it from 8 o'clock till 11
Yeah,
o'clock.
and
It's
if you
nice
want a little denser, you could do the 1/4 egg beater, and it's a 3-point loaf that you could just heat up and have for
It
breakfast.
doesn't rise as much. It's a little more dense,
it's
but
lovely.
it's just as tasty.
Lovely.
Just as tasty. So that's my favorite thing this week.
And mine
yours.
is, I gotta say, somebody on Connect had done a recipe
Oh my gosh.
that has like ballpark franks, 2 of them for I think they're 1 point. And 1 point, and I was
They're
like
the ballpark smoked
smoked turkey.
Let me show you the pack.
And I like them. They are lovely.
They're these.
And
they're the ballpark
they're
smoked
1
turkey.
point each. So we took
They're
2 of
1
those.
point for 2?
No, it was 1 point each.
1 point each.
So I took 2. Took a container of the Velveeta shells and cheese, the reduced ones, the 2% ones,
2%.
which are 6.
Yes.
So there's 8. That's 8 points.
Yeah.
Add broccoli.
Oh,
So you make your
steamers.
thing, mix it all together after it's all cooked. Just cut them up.
I love all my
Mix
food
it.
mixed.
So good.
It's just like a little casserole. You could even throw it in the oven
You- and
together
bake it
and
together
bake it a little
and
bit. but
yum.
I like all my food mixed up.
It was good.
If you don't like it mixed up, you could eat cut up hot dogs,
Yes.
shells and cheese, and
Yes.
broccoli florets.
And they're lovely.
But
It's a quite lovely little meal. And
I love
it's
the
8 points.
Well, if you put the broccoli in the shells and cheese,
Yes.
it's like cheesy broccoli.
cheesy broccoli.
It's very good.
And then you could have the sausage, the turkey
On the side.
the ballpark franks. on the
But
side.
you don't want to do that because it's good.
So yeah, that's one of my favorites.
That's what
this
I'm
week.
having for dinner. So that
Along with banana bread for dessert.
Yeah, gotta have the banana bread.
So give it a try. They're both really tasty. And we thank our Weight Watcher friends and our Connect friends for the recipes.
yes.
And we just wanted to share them with you.
So we will
So see you later.
next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.